We are here today to not talk about basketball, but we're here today to examine our collective efforts and those from Congress, the rest of the federal government, and industry to protect our domestic energy delivery systems from cybersecurity threats. Here in the United States, we have purposefully built redundant systems to ensure resiliency, and technological advancements have improved system efficiencies. We've made our devices smarter and connected more of them to the internet, boosting consumer convenience and lowering costs. But as the so-called Internet of Things has become increasingly involved in all phases of energy generation and delivery, we've created even more avenues for cyber intrusion. This committee has long recognized that our nation's energy sector is a popular target for bad actors, everyone from individual hackers to nation states who wish to do us harm. And that's why we took action over a decade ago through the Energy Policy Act of 2005 to protect the nation's critical grid infrastructure from both physical and cybersecurity threats. The 2005 law directed the certification of an electric reliability organization, now NERC, to develop and enforce mandatory reliability standards. Congress specifically declined to provide FERC with direct authority to establish such standards, instead opting for an industry stakeholder process to assist in formulating these highly complex and technical requirements. This decision has fostered a robust public-private partnership, and given FERC's current lack of quorum, it perhaps is even more prescient today. And I'm pleased that NERC's President and CEO, Jerry Cawley, is here to testify this morning. Last Congress, in the FAST Act, we moved again to protect our energy systems from cyber attack. As enacted, that law includes provisions from this committee codifying the Department of Energy as the sector-specific agency for the energy sector and providing the Secretary with authority to address grid-related emergencies caused by cyber attacks, physical attacks, electromagnetic pulses, or geomagnetic disturbances. Now, we will address the EMP issue in depth at a future hearing, but I am looking forward to hearing today from Pat Hoffman, the Acting Assistant Secretary for the Office of Electricity, about the Department's effort to implement its FAST Act authorities. And finally, while our committee has spent considerable time over the years examining the threats posed to the nation's grid infrastructure today, we will also assess efforts to secure natural gas pipelines. Given the interdependency of natural gas and electricity, it's imperative that these energy delivery systems are adequately protected. So I look forward to Dave McCurdy's testimony today as the President and CEO of the American Gas Association. And Mr. McCurdy, I'm also curious to know why it is taking so long, particularly as a former chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, to get the requisite security clearance from the Energy Department. So we'll have an opportunity to maybe chat about that. In addition, this morning we will also hear from Mr. Dwayne Hiley, who is the President and CEO of the Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation and the co-chair of the Electricity Subsector Coordinating Council, which interfaces with the federal government on behalf of industry. We also have Mr. Andrew Bachman, a senior cyber and energy security strategist for Idaho National Laboratory. This is the lab responsible for the Aurora experiment, which first demonstrated how a cyber attack could impact physical assets. And then we will also hear from Colonel Gent Welsh from the Washington National Guard, who has done a lot of important work to secure critical infrastructure in that state and develop a cyber workforce. We all recognize that this is no time for the United States to rest on the question of cybersecurity. The number and scope of attacks is ever increasing, and the resulting harm could be very significant. And that is why our subcommittee, under Senator Gardner's leadership, held a cybersecurity hearing last month, and that's why we are broadening the effort here at full committee today. So I'd like to thank all of our witnesses for joining us this morning and look forward to their comments in just a few minutes. But at this moment, I will turn to Senator Heinrich for his opening comments.